a portfolio aka 1 or 2 things be a generative bars ye pa am for a kasafa hu ye pa now in them say a portfolio the one like day in day out to be an tap pass you through a daybreak or hit FM now portfolio aka say anka every shit and I say stagnation for every shit say and can start with the current and can start with the record label now me see how a portfolio narrative that story a bar never continue
with the experience in this industry that it takes label connect to be on certain platform. So it means that DJ Mensa actually wish his artists really be on stages that takes label connect to be there. He knows. So in natural sense, this Hennessy cipher and the pronunciation Sarkodie made will come back to bite him sometime because your artist is not ready to sign. He has had his position on major labels and how he think they move like fraud people. And he wants to be on platform that takes label connect to be there. And so that means that Sarkodie's fans really waste. He has signed on to labels so that the labels is able to engineer or facilitate him to be on certain platforms. So I feel that maybe Sarkodie should reconsider his decision because his fans really want to be at certain events on certain platforms. So this should maybe get him to reconsider his decision on major labels because yes, his fans will waste that.
a few hours ago, portfolio aka 1 or 2 things be a generative bars and I say a trigger amount for a kasafa hu ye pa. Na portfolio HM say anko obenya and I say stagnation more na ebenya anka Sarkodie record label. Anka bana anka Sarkodie ne bena boy and a rocky air shoulders. Sarkodie kabana anka Sarkodie fele air shoes stadiums and bana anka obedi ide ajigram. But even any portfolio anya dream. Na portfolio continue eka say currently Sarkodie one sign ma record label no a 100 brand and baby anka obedi adu na kabana anka Sarkodie adu and I say atra na even so eka say the portfolio can onya abotre na record label no more na approach e Sarkodie by 1 or 2 reasons in no Sarkodie enya den sign ye iba by deal na the ma Sarkodie me no mienu ye nim deal na the ma Sarkodie and Sarkodie kan mu no ye beboa no e na oil instead of say all signing record deal no obe instead of say all signing no obe like obe sanka ebeba in a publishing way ibana ko bi atimi e den edidi na amanfo say e culture portfolio say record deal no dey obe sign you by projection ebe hard and currently Afrobeat and dominate and currently Sarkodie rapper so imagine who waiting me no product no enye pe iba currently Afrobeat and dominate and amanfo say ma time nasty see a shiny ma Def Jam Africano currently onte like nasty see and kabim but brand nasty see ever shiny no na amount for a say Def Jam for a introduction of different American artists by currently Afrobeat and running nasty see and ten and kind ebim amount for a ma I didn't see a Stone Boy a shiny ma record label Def Jam Bena Boy, Abu Show, Ashley Show, Yambo Stone Boy D, Bible, Sarkodie D. Now, me and see how I portfolio NRT and I say, Emma and a submission, the bar never continue. Mama.
In history, I always said, it's the most loved artist, Ghana's one of the. No, I won't even. He's the most loved A-list artist we've ever produced in the system. And so, it's not as if some people were, it's not as if the press were reporting a negative news. We were all celebrating with you with the news. And so the portals were equally, the same energy you want the media to give to your team. It's what we were doing. We were all celebrating the news till you came to turn around and then said something else. What I have fished out from this whole issue is that, look, at this point in our landlord's career, the only thing that can break him down is information around him.
Okay.
One of the most expensive things about Sarkodie right now is information around him. I think that is his trump card because he has kept his circle so tight that anything that is coming from his camp should either be something that should give us a reason not to doubt him or a wow factor. So at this point in time, if Sarkodie announces that, the team announces that they feature someone bigger than Jay-Z, which he has said previously. See how the excitement is aroused in the system because what Sarkodie, we have all been preaching that Sarkodie gets signed so that he's able to break that ceiling because we already think he has cemented his legacy in Ghana. And so we want him to activate the next level of his brand. So see how Ghana accepted the news of he featuring someone bigger than Jay-Z, and all of a sudden he comes out to deny that he has nothing to do with it. His team broke the news out of excitement and it is not coming from him or something. We are all here. I feel Sarkodie should sign a non-disclosure agreement with his team and make sure that anything or his move that he's not ready to break to the general public is not prematurely announced, because it doesn't create a good impression about someone whose brand is so decorated that anything we are poised to know his next move. I get in it. And so I think it's becoming a flaw on the part of the team. I think they need to check if he needs to sign a non-disclosure agreement with his people. Again, it sends a signal to me that and yeah, these our A-list artists actually politically they force their egos on their fan base to accept some things, their position on things against their will. What I'm saying is that it means that Sarkodie's fans actually, truthfully, wish he had signed on to a label and can, so that the label can catapult him to stages where it takes only label strength and connect to be. The joy and the reception they gave to this news, Charlie, that platform, sign on to label. It will be difficult. It can happen that an indie artist can feature on that platform, but you and I know, with the experience in this industry, that it takes label connect to be on certain platform. So it means that DJ Mensah actually wish his artists really be on stages that takes label connect to be there. He knows. So in natural sense, this Hennessy cipher and the pronouncement Sarkodie made will come back to bite him sometime, because your artist is not ready to sign. He has had his position on major labels and how he think they move like fraud people. And he wants to be on platform that takes label connect to be there. And so that means that Sarkodie's fans really waste. He has signed on to labels so that the labels is able to engineer or facilitate him to be on certain platforms. So I feel that maybe Sarkodie should reconsider his decision, because his fans really want to be at certain events on certain platforms. So this should maybe get him to reconsider his decision on major labels, because yes, his fans will wish that he is the opening performer for the African Games at the Paris, or the Olympic Games at the Paris. So yes, at DJ Mensah, it's only right to own up. This country, our major problem is accountability and owning up. You goofed. It's okay. Oh, still a guy.
Young boy,
still a G. It's okay to say that no, this was a premature information ejaculation, and so that's the alarm. That's all. Thank you.
Sure, into say and I portfolio and I return. I say a kind of submission, but I Sarkodie I reply no. Sarkodie interview years back, and no man Sarkodie kind no. And net portfolio the night and Abishia and I answer portfolio submission or Sarkodie reply no or man 8 years back no. I answer the portfolio canon. But before I call sa conversation ato make post to be Twitter and also I generate different conversation I dey bremo. Now ato eka say Stonebwoy is an Afrobeat artist signed to Def Jam Africa and he's currently Ghana's Artist of the Year. But when the conversation of filling bigger auditoriums outside Ghana is Sarkodie that gets the hit. Sarkodie is a rapper and independent, and so he's the one Ghanaians bank their hopes on. Now we're not sure, and I still more fun to be ever replying and say Ebeka said Sark has been doing this thing since the 80s. He is a 2 times Artist of the Year winner and the Artist of the Decade. He calls himself the landlord. Who else should we call on when it comes to filling bigger auditoriums? Then I told answer ever reply and Eka say call on the guy who made filling the Accra Sports Stadium a life and death matter. The guy who campaigned for Artist of the Year and claims he's won 3 times Artist of the Year. The signed artist who thought himself as having collaboration with Grammy-winning artists, not the guy who doesn't care about these things. And among folks, a band auditoriums filling any BBA one fan called a Stonebwoy life. A Stonebwoy and I signing into a record label. But yeah, now Sarkodie independent artist or a rapper or signing to any record label bia. Into ABA mode Burna Boy is true. I walk feel London ba and I say a comparison biana. Mofanfa a Stonebwoy like no or no and I sign into record deal and I say record label. If you say more caracolibo assembly a steam boy and a bena boy. Kelman for a Sarkodie di amber and Sarkodie a independent artist. Some more conversation be about independent artists they are meeting a Sarkodie abem. And as a rapper be a meeting the Sarkodie album. Na Sarkodie any Afrobeat artist or a rapper. Now me see a Sarkodie submission. I said the idea behind record label na ontimi shine no. Me see the Sarkodie a can ya bar never continue. Eddie mama.
These labels haven't reached out, because we've heard of quite a number of Nigerian artists, East African artists who've all signed deals with Universal. We heard Universal signing a few people in Ghana. I'm pretty sure they reached out to you. I mean, what's your stance on that and why? Because obviously you've not signed, so it was probably a negative answer to them.
Okay, so it goes back to you. Now you take me back to the conversation we were having before you took the music break. So it's a decision you need to make. The best deal that I can have is if I could have a distribution deal.
Okay.
That would be perfect. I think mainly what they want is most of them want a bit of control. There's a lot that you need to give away so that you can gain the recognition that you're looking for.
Okay.
Which sometimes I feel, because I've been independent for a very long time, it's very hard for me to let go of my catalog. So if there's going to be somebody taking over my stuff,
they should be paying for it.
Exactly.
A lot of money.
I don't believe in that.
Okay.
I don't believe if you are an independent artist, your state of mind is different. I might not get that amount. That fits back to what I was saying. They will give you millions of dollars and tell you, give me your catalog.
You wouldn't do that.
No.
You wouldn't
music for my.
You wouldn't sell the rights to your music off for millions of dollars. You
Never
wouldn't do that
in my life.
You wouldn't.
Nah, I wouldn't do it.
People like Prince and Michael Jackson have done that. They've suffered for it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, exactly. And if you read more, you get to know how people are suffering from that. At the time where you're getting the money, it feels good. That is what I'm saying. That willpower should be our thing, because when I get that, I will make news in Ghana. Antoine, you'll be on radio. You say congratulations.
Yeah, Sarkodie signed a deal. Universal International man. Yeah.
Now he's doing songs with whoever and this and that. But there are things I need to give away that I might not be thinking about TT. But then I will make sure that people don't know that actually artists after some deals are not even able to perform their songs.
That's true.
People don't know that artists sometimes they don't even own their name. That after contracts you might have to change your name to be able to carry on. Because of the type of money you took. So all these things are what I'm talking about. Systematically, they want to control. So they will give you the bag of money, take your product, you will be hyped, you stay in, you do whatever, then everybody will be clapping. But then again, the long-term thing about having generations to come, so that my kid can just do a Sarkodie merch and not have to clear rights from anybody.
Yeah.
You get it?
But they have reached out to you.
I've had conversations. I still have it.
Okay.
Until something that really makes sense to me, that has to be you're taking a percentage of your work you're doing.
Okay.
That I don't
and not full rights on your catalog, then you're okay with it.
Because I think I've tried even partnership on. I don't want to tell you which project I did, but one of my projects one of my albums, partnership that I sense these things coming and it happened. So I have to listen. I have to go back to my senses and just listen to my instincts. Because I tried it because I was talked into it, and exactly what I was trying to prevent is what is happening. People will be coming up with some breakdowns. We did this. We have to take this out. We have to all these things. I've not experienced it before all my life.
So Sark is enjoying 100% of all his money. You're not sharing with anybody at all. No. When I said put it like that, it sounds a bit negative. I mean, like it's what's yours is yours. What's yours is yours.
Like you are the one putting in. The money, so when you recoup, it has to come to the company, and the company is you. That's lucky that you have the company. Most times it's not. You have to report, to someone before. The luxury of even like this year, as you're saying, like I didn't put out too much. It's because you're independent. You can decide what you want to do.
True.
If I was under
a label, you'd be under pressure to deliver.
You have to. You have timelines. No, by December this has to come. They would brand and you're kind of saying
they'll dilute it, right?
Exactly.
They'll dilute your brand.
They'll dilute it. But when you own your own rights to what you want to do,
sure. Into same NIA or the Hoover NRT and story. I can't count this time say more na let's say record labels, Empire, Sony, Universal, BBB now approaching with contract. But I came na deal na amanfoɔ de brɛ asɛ ɔmo de brɛ no in favor ɔno ebi sɛ ɔbɛsan ne deal na awie no at the end of the day no ɔntumi perform anim no biom and at the end of the day no ɔntumi nya ne masters ɔntumi nya ne hwee and that deal no deɛ ɔnyɛ ready sɛ ɔbɛsan that deal no sɛ ɔyɛ artist na ɔbɛsan deɛ a ɛyɛ wara gye kan asɛ kan contract no te ase yie ebi sɛ wɔn kan no wɔn ante ase yie deɛ na ɛpaska deɛ a ɛne ɛwɔ awɔla a ɔrekɔ fie ɔmfa mbrɛ ɛyɛ Sarkodie na ɔbɛde nso continue ɛka sɛ 1 or 2 things bi ma contract no on sign and osa continue kan e wo no cipher nim say record deal no dey record label no dey omo bo amanfo mo project amanfo ba abo san a make sure say be dey obekan obe follow ya na ma kan contract mu yi ati ase before obe san ya dey o sign nti advice we na Sarkodie e dey ma amanfo ba dey Sarkodie kan ho no cipher nim dey o kama no ho wan kan ma general fo o kama no ho so be fa foot no dey a e wa fa so won fa so dey a ene wa awolai nti yɛsɛ ɛna ɔbɛde hova ɛkan don't forget sɛ wohwɛ video wei a ɔbɛ like na watɛn on notification bell no ɛde ama yɛn from me coming holic I'm out. Peace.